Please be on Note Taking Study Guide, page 113, and your textbook, please be on page 254. We're going to talk about India's classical age. What were their greatest achievements during this classical age, mostly during the Gupta Empire? Okay. Chandragupta is the first Gupta ruler. He expanded the territory, conquered several kingdoms of northern India. And this is not to be confused with Chandragupta of the Maurya Empire, because you can see the space in between them. The second person was Samudra Gupta. He conquered most of northern India. And then finally, Chandragupta II reached its greatest size during this person. He used force to expand his power and then worked to bring peace and prosperity to India, much like Ashoka did. And if you look on page 255 of your textbook, you can see a map of the Gupta Empire. Didn't stretch wasn't quite as large as the Maurya Empire, but had more kind of artistic and achievements. We call this the Golden Age of India. They have a couple legacies. The Gupta Empire has many legacies, actually. And the first one we're going to talk about is literature. Okay. Poetry, fables, folk tales, fairy tales, some excellent ones. And you can read one on page 256 about the actual flowering of literature there. And you can read an actual little poem there. The next kind of achievement or legacy is sculpture and stone cutting. They had statues to decorate Hindu and Buddhist temples and temple buildings. They also have mathematics is the next achievement. This was the Hindu-Arabic numerals. We still use those today. And the concept of zero. And again, you can see that the concept of zero is very important to determine whether or not a civilization is very advanced or not mathematically. And also the decimal system, which is part of the Hindu-Arabic numeral system. And the famous mathematician that did most of this was a guy named Aryabhata. Okay. The next achievement that we're going to talk about is astronomy. And he found that the Earth is round, that it rotates on its own axis, the moon shines through reflected sunlight, and ellipses are caused by moons of Earth and moon. So quite advanced for the time period. And the same mathematician is the same famous astronomer as well, Aryabhata. Okay, and the next one we have medicine. The achievements in medicine is a system of medicine called Ayurveda. Okay, thousands of diseases, hundreds of medicines, how to treat problems. They did this. Okay, and that's pretty similar to us, right? We have diseases, we have medicines to treat those diseases, and how to treat those problems that they create. Okay, and then the final kind of achievement is metallurgy. Metallurgy is the science that deals with extracting metal from ore and using it to create useful objects. So the famous example of this, and you have a picture of that on page 259, is the Iron Pillar of Delhi. As a homework to go along with this, please turn in your textbooks to page 257. 257, you can see at the top there an Indian lady doing some dances with specific hand motions. Please go to phschool.com and type in the web code MWD-3095, and it'll take you to a little interactive site, and it's a pretty fun way to see the different hand motions and what they mean in Indian classical dance.